What's up? Hello, everybody. You're watching The Political Vigilante. We are live. It is August 11th, 2019. For those of you watching this in the archive, we go live every Sunday at 3 p.m. Pacific. So thank you for joining us on the Political Vigilante live stream. And of course, if you're new, if you're watching this in the archive, please like and subscribe and do all that stuff. Polish Hammer, what's up? Sam Dean, good day. What's this other one? Tetragrammation Ghost. Callaghan, you're new. Thank you so much. Backyard Politics, what's up in Portland? Static Void, hello. Emberg 33, Karen Mitchell, Lainey Peterson. Oh, Sean Comitz, Charles K, David Martin, everybody. Hello from Ireland, right on. Ruth Benedict, Chara Dreamer, Sherry A, Stephen Gravati, Bibic Cafe, hello from Perth. We'll see you there November 22nd. Kilkenny B, what's up? NY Nat V 1951, hello. Butterfly Ladita, thank you. Australian tour dates are locked in. They're all at grahamelwood.com. November 14th, Melbourne, the 15th, Adelaide, 17th, Sydney. That's a matinee at this really cool theater. And the 22nd, we are in Perth. Get your tickets now. And if the shows sell out enough in advance, we could add shows. Just throwing it out there. Jason, Michelle. Oh, hello. First time. Right on. Awesome. Hello from Germany and the Netherlands. Right on. It's NYT Tantive. New York Tantive. New York native. New York native. Shave your knuckles for justice, everybody. Right on. Yeah, where's Jolene Maxwell? Oh, Cat B driving through the Oregon desert with up Cat. Eyes on the road. Unless you're somebody else is driving, then right on. Bernie Sanders at the beginning of the Joe Rogan podcast, Mr. Maduro is a dictator. Yeah, you know, there's 102 people watching, 32 likes. Please hit the like button. Let's talk about that out of the gate. Obviously, we'll get into the Epstein stuff. It's a thing. Obviously, I'm a big Bernie supporter, but it's a thing I've been very critical of. When I saw him speak in Pasadena in May, he said all this great anti-war stuff, and why are we going into Iran and all this, but he didn't mention Venezuela. You know, that's a little disconcerting. You know, I have issues with that, obviously, and I'd prefer to see him use the same language he's using for Iran that he's using for Venezuela. I can't imagine Iran's government is that great, and not that Maduro is some hero. There's people down there that don't like him. I mean, Ron and I we were in Texas, and we were in a Lyft, and the woman driving us was from Venezuela. She's like, we do not like him at all. I'm sure he's not. Like Greg Palast said it on the Jimmy Dore show. I'm sure Maduro is not. There's plenty of people that don't like him, but why are we intervening? You know? So, Cobra Kai, what's up? Yeah, Bernie was way too tame on Joe Rogan. You see a camel. Yeah, so that I got that piece of artwork that you're looking at. I got that when I was in Iraq in 2007 or 8. It was a beautiful artwork I got in Baghdad, and I had it framed. I got another. These are basically Badawans, if you can see. That's the sort of nomadic tribe that lives throughout the Middle East. That was pretty cool. So let's see what we've got here. All right. Okay. Elon Musk endorsed Andrew Yang. All right. So yeah, let's talk about oh man. Let's talk about real quick, I did a new Epstein video after he killed himself. As I said 2 weeks ago, I predicted the minute they put him in jail and they didn't give him bail, because if he got bail, I was like, well, the fix is in, he'll escape. Well, what happened to Jeffrey Epstein? And he'll be off to Saudi Arabia. But when he didn't make bail, I'm like, well, they're going to kill him in prison. And that fake first suicide attempt 2 weeks ago, and then this, they got him. So it's yeah. I just knew they would get him. I just knew it, because there's too many powerful people. I started reading, and when on Friday, all those sealed documents from the 2011 civil case against Ghislaine Maxwell got unsealed. I mean, I just went through the first, I like thumbed through the first document. All this crap in there, man. There's depositions in there. One of the accusers is like, oh, I met Al Gore. I met Naomi Campbell. I started following this woman on Twitter, and I'm going to get her in an interview in a month or two. She has a documentary coming out. She's really been tracking the pedophiles in Hollywood. She uses hashtag pedowood. She's like a screenwriter. Tiffany, I forget her last name, but I'm not going to let this go. So Retro Pirate True Seeker, Shave Your Knuckles for Justice. Those of you who are brand new to my show, we've added so many new subscribers in the last couple of weeks. Thank you so much. So the Political Vigilante, give you a little history. I'm a huge Batman fan. So that's why I say make Gotham great again. I'm not a Trumper. I'm just and then boom, when I do that, when somebody does the super chat and donates to the show, my knuckles get in there, and I have hairy knuckles. So I say, shave your knuckles for justice. That's all that means. I just do it to be silly and have fun. So Retro Pirate 2 Seeker, tired, going to bed at 11:15 p.m. in the UK. Thank you for sure. Love your shows. Right on. Speaking of the UK, boy, it's weird that the royal family's involved in this. They have a long lineage of pedophiles over there. Pretty gnarly. Thank you for supporting the show, and thank you for watching so late at night over in the UK. It's great having fans all over the world. Cureforcancer.co, boom. Thank you for supporting the show. Rockfin needs to allow their content to be viewed by non-members, and searching to be done based on content, not creators. Yeah, thank for letting me know that. I'll let them know, and I would say you email them too if you haven't already. Rockfin, which is a platform, ROKFIN. If you go to rockfin.com/grandma, it's a great way to support the show. I'll just tell you, Rockfin is a very new platform. They're not a big organ. They're not run by Google. So the good news is they're not run by Google. They're blockchain. They can't get bought out by a company like Google. They pay us, the content creators. We own, all the content creators are owners, and we all get paid in cryptocurrency, which is great. The downside is there's just some, their platform, they don't have, 100 coders updating their platform on a daily basis. So there's things like that, like you can't live stream on it. I can't put videos to drop later. Like, that's why I'll just drop like 4 at a time, because on YouTube, I'll record 4 to 6 videos at a time, and then I'll schedule them out to drop. You can't do that on Rockfin. But anyway, thanks for bringing that up. It's good to bring it up and let them know, and I'll let them know. And it's a new platform, and hopefully the more of you that watch there, the more of you that if you endorse my videos, also for $10 a month, you become a premium subscriber. You get to watch all the premium content from all the content creators. So look, it's another way to support what I'm doing. And to be honest, it's also my backup in case I get deplatformed. So I appreciate the commentary and the critique of them, and anything we can do to make it better, I'll pass it along to them. Thank you so much. Emberg 33, shave the knuckles for justice. Bernie is vulnerable via Russiagate. Yeah, I know. He is a little vulnerable from that. So, yeah, I know Bernie, look, obviously there's a lot I like about Bernie, but there are some wars he's voted for, and we should be bringing it up. We shouldn't. I say this all the time. Nobody gets a free pass. Tulsi Gabbard's been a little shaky on her Medicare for All since the debate. Some people have pointed out we need to be critical. We can't just, I'm not blindly following anybody. I'm not going to just flip out when one candidate says something I don't agree with either. But, so it's good to bring that up. Larry the Truth. Epstein cover, Larry the Truth, shave the knuckles for justice. By the way, if you're a YouTube Red subscriber, you get one free $2 super chat a month, I believe. So you can do that right now. Epstein cover-up complete, no video coverage. Oh, yeah. Weird. A couple hours after he died, a former inmate that stayed in the MCC said it was impossible for that to happen. Just impossible. I just like... And as I said in my video that I released yesterday, the mainstream media is going to just start this narrative. They're not even going to question it. He committed suicide. They don't even question it. He just committed suicide, and we're going to get some, either there's going to be a Jack Ruby type lone wolf that just hated pedophiles, and it might be reasonable. They find some inmate or a guard. They tell a guard, here, no, here's 50 grand, here's 100 grand, they give all the guards on the block 100 grand and say, let him kill himself or kill him, make it look like a suicide. You guys are all in on it. They could, though, yeah, they hate pedophiles. So we're going to find out what really happened. That's going to be pretty gnarly. Hold on, guys, I got to turn my fan on. It's super hot in my apartment. I'm going off camera, but I'm not leaving you. I'm not leaving you. I'm just turning on my fan. I know this is weird for people, but I just need a little air blowing. Because here's the thing about my apartment. So it's by the beach, so none of the apartments by here have air conditioning. So it just, most of the year you never need it, but there's always just a couple of days where it gets a little warm. Yeah, the Epstein cover-up thing, man. And again, many of you have already asked, where's Ghislaine Maxwell? She hasn't been charged yet, especially when all of those documents that got unsealed on Friday, she's a monster. She not only was grooming, she's a rapist herself. She's a pedophile. Why isn't she being charged? It's just preposterous, man. Yeah, some people think he was moved. I'll tell you what, I don't think is. I know some people think that they believe he's alive, and I'm not saying that's out of the realm of possibility. Of course they could do that, but I think more real, use the Occam razor theory. He has people way more powerful than him, way wealthier than he is. He's worth $500 million. That's nothing compared to someone who has billions of dollars. He used that leverage. He would extort people. They had him killed. That's just my opinion. You can think otherwise. We don't need to argue, debate it. I'm just telling you that's where I come to that conclusion. It's the simplest thing. They couldn't protect Lee Harvey Oswald. They couldn't protect him because he was supposed to get killed. Like Jack Ruby. Yeah. So. Okay, let me see who I missed here. Jeffrey Lorian, Maxwell is very likely already dead. Jeffrey, thank you for supporting the show. Yeah, that's an interesting theory too. Either she's already dead, or her Mossad ties, because her dad was in Mossad. She's safe somewhere. Either they killed her or they scooped her up and she's in Israel or Saudi Arabia or on some island that doesn't have extradition or something like that. So. All right, who am I missing? Justin D, shave your knuckles for justice. Please come to Orange County. Yeah, Ron, I think we're gonna look for just some local shows in maybe October, December, something like that. The great thing about Orange County, San Diego, is we can just kind of steal off enough to plan a big tour. They're a lot easier to do. So we'll do that for sure. Sarah Blockhansen. Sarah, thank you so much. Shave your knuckles for justice. Thank you for supporting the show. I really, really appreciate it. I just want to make sure I didn't miss any. The truth we got. Okay, I think we got them all. Let's scroll it down. Sam Dean. Shave your knuckles for justice, Sam. We'll see you in Australia in November. All my Australian ticket links are at grahamelwood.com. Come see Ron Placone and I in November. I'd walk 1,000 miles to fall down at Marlon Shetton's door. Just saying. And I would walk 500 more just to be the man who walked 1,000 miles. All right, I see what you're doing. I see your trick, Sam Dean. Cureforcancer.co. Thank you so much for supporting the show. Go to cureforcancer.co. There's great ways, all natural ways to cure cancer. Check it out. Every time you do a money trail profile video on an individual oligarch, I will donate $100 to your show. We need to focus more on bankers and shareholder slave masters rather than their political puppets. Oh, all right. That's a good point. First of all, thank you. And I'll do that. I want to dig deep. I really want to dig as deep as I can. So I'm going to spend more time doing that kind of stuff. I don't want my whole channel to just become the Epstein channel, but this is a big story and it's important. And so I will do that. And I thank you for that, that offer, and I will take you up on it because it's been something I wanted to do anyway. 399 people watching, right on. Only 138 likes. Smash the like button. I'm assuming there's a lot of new viewers because I picked up a lot of new subscribers. Thank you so much to the new viewers. I do this every Sunday at 3 p.m. Pacific. Make sure you've hit the bell notification number icon. Also follow me on like Twitter and Instagram at Graham Elwood. I have a facebook.com/Graham Elwood Comedy. It's my fan page. So I put the notifications when I go live. I periodically do live streams like this during the week, and I absolutely will go live after every debate. The next one is September 12th and 13th. I will tell you this. Hey, mayors, if you're listening, August 29th at 7 p.m. Pacific, I'm going to do Political Vigilante Game Show live. The studio where I do my other podcast has let me do it. We're going to do it live. My contestants are going to be Jimmy Dore, Steph Zamorano. Book your calendar, August 29th, 7 p.m. Pacific, live 1 hour Political Vigilante Game Show where you can do super chats and do game show questions and stuff like that. It'll be a lot of fun. 433 watching. We're breaking records, man. I love it. I just crossed 38,000 subscribers. We're going to hit 39,000 in the next day or two. 40,000 is right around the corner, which means 50,000 is right around the corner. That's because of all of you. All of you that are sharing my videos, you donate to these super chats, you help pay so I can pay for what I'm doing. Those of you, I've got a bunch of new Patreon supporters. Just liking, subscribing, and sharing my videos is amazing. That helps. So like all of you that shared all these Epstein videos, that's why all those videos have gone viral. If you look, usually my videos, you know, they get 5,000, 10,000 views. That's a good video. Now all the Epstein ones are anywhere from 60 to 100. The one from 2 weeks ago has already done 200,000 views. That's my new biggest view. Of my top 10 viewed videos of all time, of all 2.5 years I've been doing this show, 7 of the top 10 all came in the last 2 weeks. Thank you. Cheerforcancer.co. Boom. Shave your knuckles for justice. Biden, Warren, and Kamala will stay in long enough to force a second round of ballots, at which point the Democratic Party superdelegates will choose one of them as the nominee. Yeah, I mean, that's such a great point. It's something, you know, a lot of us have been talking about it. Jimmy's talked about it. We've all seen when they did this second ballot superdelegate thing. That's what this is about, you know, and that's why they're really pushing Warren, who's, you know, got some progressive things that I like, but then you look at her record. She's a capitalist. She likes the war machine. She wants to green up the military. She stands and claps for Trump. You know, Bernie sat. So it's like she gave Trump, $80 billion toward the war machine in October of 2017 that Trump didn't even ask for. Cory Booker and Tim Kaine and a couple other Democrats voted along with it. You're making such a great point. You're making such a great point. Balthazar 228, shave your knuckles for justice, Balthazar. I'm disappointed in Tulsi's anti-BDS vote, and after seeing Abby Martin's coverage, I can't accept any candidate's stance on a two-state solution. Yeah, it's a great point. Look, when that came out, I haven't followed it as closely as I probably should because I've been focused so much on this Epstein stuff. Like, believe me, the amount of research to do one of those Epstein videos is like 3 or 4 times more than I normally have to do because it's so like the last video I did, there was 3 or 4 articles I ended up not using because I didn't want it to seem too confusing. And I'm like, well, I'm gonna have to do a separate video on that. I'm gonna have to do a separate video on so I apologize for not covering the Tulsi BDS thing more, but good for you. I mean, look, Abby Martin's the best place to get that information because Abby Martin, man, she is on top of it. And if that's a deal breaker for you, that's a reasonable one. And I get it. I still like what Tulsi's standing for. I like her. I obviously I'm big on the anti-interventionist stance, but this worries me, because this is what politicians do. They make this little concession and that little concession. And then before you know it, they're a corporate Democrat. And we all got lobstered. We all got slowly brought to a boil, that we didn't realize. So it's a valid point, man. It's a valid point, Balthazar. It's a valid point, dude. Let's see. I don't want to miss anybody. Balthazar 228 again. Shave your knuckles for justice. Met you in New York. I've met so many of you now, which is so cool because you guys come to the Progressive Comedy Tour shows. 490 watching. This is so rad. Only 251 likes. Hit the like button, everybody. Please hit the like button. Likes, comments in the videos, hitting this, all those things help the analytics. When YouTube sees something, getting a lot of likes and views, it pushes it out more. So all those things are great free ways to help the show. And those of you new to the channel, Ron Placone and I, who I'm sure you've seen on the Jimmy Dore show, he and I do the Progressive Comedy Tour. In September, we're going to September 4th, we're going to Omaha, the 5th, Sioux Falls, South Dakota, September 6th, Madison, Wisconsin, September 7th, Minneapolis, Minnesota, September 8th, Iowa City. Go to grandmelwood.com for your tour dates. It's another great way to support the show. Come out to a live show. It's just Ron Placone and I doing 45-minute sets each. We talk politics. We get groups out. We've had DSA come to shows, Movement for a People's Party, the Green Party. We've had progressive candidates come out to shows. It's more than just stand-up comedy. It's political activism. You meet people in your community. And I always say, a lot of people say, I came to the show alone and then met all these progressives in my community, especially places like Sioux Falls, South Dakota. South Dakota's pretty red. Come out. There's progressives there. Trust me. I know there's progressives in Omaha. I know there's progressives Madison, Minneapolis for sure. But like Iowa City, I know they're there. Bring friends. Come out. Meet people in your community. Get involved. 300 likes. I love it. Balthazar said, it's interesting how the right claimed Dems were running a child sex trafficking ring in the Pizzagate myth, but ignored Epstein's whole operation. Well, yeah, that's the thing. And there was a great article, actually, I think in the Washington Post by this woman before he got charged or right after he got charged, saying we need to uncover the whole, all of the Epstein thing, no matter how uncomfortable it reads. And you saw it when it first came out. MSNBC was just pointing to Trump's ties to Epstein. Fox News was just pointing to Bill Clinton's ties. Uncover the whole ring. Don't let partisan people off the hook, because this goes through both parties. This goes through Hollywood. This goes through business, banking, you name it. It's going to go through it. So it's everybody. It's not a partisan issue. This, if anything, shows you that there aren't two parties. There's the ruling class and all of us. And while there are pedophiles from the whole, as my friend Eric Oldenburg, the cop, said in the video interview I did with him, if you haven't watched it, please do. He's a former child crimes investigator. He sheds a lot of very important, informative light as what an investigator, how they view this Epstein case. And he said, Graham, pedophiles are from homeless, every walk of life, every ethnicity, men, women, gay, straight, from the poorest all the way on up to the rich. But he said the rich can cover it up. The rich can do these rings and profit from it. That's the difference. And that's what we're seeing. You know, some creepy guy in a van or whatever, it's awful. And he gets caught and says, I can't control myself. I'm sorry. I'm sick. I need help, whatever. That's awful. And his victims, it's awful. Anyone who gets victimized by that, it's horrible. But this is sinister. This is pure evil. This is a bunch of billionaires going, how do we do this? How do we keep this off the books? How do we scoop up poor kids and make sure no one finds out? How do we buy this? How do we get leverage? It's evil. Thanks for bringing that up, man. Oh, somebody new here. Let me make you something perfectly clear. You can disagree with me. You can say you don't like, you can disagree with people in the chat, but if you just say offensive things like you're an idiot, you automatically get blocked. I have no tolerance for that at all. You're done. You can't be civil. You don't have to agree with me. You say, Graham, I don't agree with you. Whatever it is, that's fine. We can all disagree. But if you're going to be rude, if you're rude to me or other people, you're done. First big block of the day. See, like this comment, like I can't vote for Tulsi, but I'd fuck her. See, that's stupid and offensive, and you sound like you're 14. Blocked. There's no reason to say that. There's no reason to say that. There's no reason to bring that up. And let me talk to the young men watching the show right now. This is the kind of shit that needs to end. We all, male, female, gay, straight, look at someone and go, ooh, they're hot. And we think, and that means, yeah, sex. Wouldn't, but you don't need to say that shit publicly. You know, I've had women come up to me and say, oh, Graham, I got a crush on you. I don't go, oh, so you've pictured me naked? Are you objectifying me? Just, you can conduct yourself with decency. You can say, I don't like Tulsi. I don't like her policies. Understand? You don't have to comment on what she looks like. You don't have to say that. Like, are there any women here going, boy, I like Bernie's policies, but I wouldn't fuck him? I mean, does that even need to come into the conversation? That doesn't need to come to conversation. Be a gentleman. I'm talking to the young men here, teenage, early 20s. Be a gentleman. Be kind, be courteous, be a gentleman. Always be a gentleman. Go on a first date with no intention of any, don't like try to get the kiss. Nope, I just want to get to know you. Be a gentleman. Walk her to her car, stand 10 feet away so she doesn't feel like you're being a creep. Walk her to her home and stand on the steps while she walks. Be a gentleman, shake her hand. Don't be a fucking creep. We don't need more fucking creep idiots in the goddamn world. Really? We're talking about Epstein and you're going to say that fucking comment? See, my tepid support for Tulsi has turned cold. That is a fine critique to put. Whether you agree with that or not, that's a fine. There's that person, Tim Flowbug, didn't comment on whether or not he wants to have sex with her. It's irrelevant when we're talking about policy. It's irrelevant. It's irrelevant. Cureforcancer.co. We must create a free speech alternative to YouTube where anything can be said as long as it doesn't explicitly advocate violence. Whether it's rockfin.com or we need to purchase our own servers, we can defeat their propaganda. Yeah, it's a good point, Cure for Cancer. That's why I'm putting all of my videos on Rockfin, because in talking to them, Ron and I met them when we were in Austin. That's where their offices are. And I've had numerous conversations with what their design of it. Like, I kind of understand blockchain and cryptocurrency, but when they said, look, it can't be bought. That's why I hope it works out. But yeah, you're right. I agree 100%. Look, Jimmy and I and Ron and Steph and even Abby Martin, Mike Preisner, we all had conversations when YouTube started screwing with people a year or two ago. We were all like, man, this is dangerous. If we put all our eggs into the YouTube basket and YouTube just goes, sorry, all progressive indie media is gone. You all get deplatformed. It's dangerous. That's why I'm using this as a backup. Thanks for bringing that up. So you can write fuck the DNC and fuck the Democrats. That's fine to put. Fuck the two-party duopoly. I got no problem with that. There's no reason to write creepy sex shit. 638 people watching, new record. 358 likes. Let's get the likes up to the number of people watching. Thank you so much for the new people watching. I do this every Sunday at 3 p.m. Pacific time. Follow me on social media at Graham Elwood on Twitter is where I talk all politics on Twitter. Instagram a little, but mainly on Twitter. And I also shoot out like I did this morning. I'll be going live today at 3 p.m. Pacific. Fuck the Chicago Bears. Okay, let's get back. Jason Link, shave your knuckles for justice. I'm 43. These young progressives need to grow the fuck up. Thank you, Melissa. All right, I just want to. Swami Amala, what's up? Swami, thank you so much for supporting the show. She's been sending me a lot of climate change links and sent me a link to a website. So my promise that I've made to myself first and to all of you is I'm going to try to do at least one video a week about climate change, at least one, if not more, because I'm not going to let that go either. That's why I don't want it to just be the Epstein channel. I want us to talk about all the other shit that's going down, and climate change is our biggest issue. So I'm going to thank you, Swami. You're fantastic. Ruth Benedict, good to see you. Let me make sure I didn't miss anybody. Okay. Ruth Benedict, shave your knuckles for justice. Show Ruth some love. Ruth, I hope your health is doing all right. You know how much I admire your work, but the mission you're on by continuing digging into the Epstein mystery is your calling. Support you 100%. Thank you, Ruth. Thank you. Yeah, it's. I'll be real honest with you about the Epstein stuff. One of the things too is when I do those videos and research it and everything, I always then need to take a break. It's intense. Like when I recorded that video, did research all afternoon yesterday and put that video up. I then went to the movies. I saw the movie The Farewell, which is a lovely movie. Because I don't want the Epstein thing to burn me out. So I'm going to balance talking about other things. And also, like, that's why I went surfing today. I do other things so I don't go nuts, because the Epstein stuff is dark and it's hard. Every time I get into it, it unravels more. Like what Naomi Campbell is now. But yes, Ruth, I will keep talking about this. And thank you for supporting me. All right, let me make sure I didn't miss anybody. Ricky Williams, shave the knuckles for justice. Doctors convinced for aiding death or neglect to a patient. Doctors convicted for aiding death or neglect to a patient. System aids prisoner through neglect. It's just, oops, are bad. Yeah. Oh, great point, Ricky. This is why I love doing this show. You guys always bring up such smart, valid. I'm like, oh, that's such a great point. You know, and you're right. Who's going to be held accountable for this Epstein thing? Oh, they should look into this. There'll either be one fall guy or it'll get swept under the rug. My main concern is all of the evidence that was seized from his mansion in Manhattan. Hard drives, files. I want to know what happens to that. Is that going to just get buried? That's my biggest concern. I know legally, and I said this in the video, the one person that could contest the validity of how the evidence was gathered just died. It was Epstein. His lawyers absolutely would have said, oh, you illegal search warrant or whatever. That's what you do when you have damning evidence as a defense attorney. You try to get the evidence thrown out. Well, now there's no one to contest that. But my fear is that these oligarch pedophiles, the real people that had him killed, are going to just be like, oh, that evidence is just going to Is there going to be a fire? Is there going to be a weird break-in? Like what's, or just whoosh, some new thing's going to happen. We're going to get invaded. There's going to be a terrorist attack and no one's talking about Epstein anymore. Something. That's their playbook. But thank you, Ricky. Biden will drop out and Hillary be a last minute nominee. Get ready for we are still with her. Oh, God. So, God, I hope that's wrong. Cyber Clue, shave the knuckles for justice. DNC, alt plan, prop up Warren. Then she gives Bernie her delegates. DNC avoids second vote. He feels obligated to make her VP. Then he has unfortunate accidents in office and Warren's president status quo. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to dive too far into a tinfoil hat rabbit hole, but I don't think what you're saying is too crazy, because it's like, we don't look at the DNC, look at how they operate. It's a valid thing, man. It's like the propping up of Warren and putting Warren toe to toe with Bernie is very obvious. They keep trying to Warren and Bernie. They keep trying to put them together. All those lefties, Wall Street's hate. So there's something afoot. You're not wrong. There's something afoot. Lainey Peterson, what's up, Lainey? Shave your knuckles for justice. Pedophiles are easy to blackmail and used by people in authority as spies. This is why they are often tolerated, if not promoted within institutions. It's a great point. And also another thing that was brought up, and I brought this up in the video yesterday, is yes, prisoners typically want to attack and kill pedophiles, but there's got to be more to it than that, because every time there's like a pedophile in some type of ring like this, like a sex trafficking ring, they always get killed in prison. That sounds like the ruling class pedophiles making that happen, because if you really wanted to put someone in protective custody, they're in protective custody. And as I said in the video, they're given slippers, they're given clothing that rips apart like paper. You can't tie. There's nothing to tie to in protective custody and suicide watch. So if they wanted, if they wanted to protect this guy, they would have, but they wanted him dead. All right. Too much F word, Graham. Okay, sorry. I'll try not to say bad words. Get some moderators. Christian B, shave the knuckles for justice. Come to Dayton and talk about how we show everything wrong with the country. First an overdose deaths, then Brock Turner, now mass shootings. Wow. Great point, Christian. Ron and I are talking about doing that probably in the spring of next year. That region, I don't know if it would be actually Dayton, but it would be like Pittsburgh, Cleveland, Columbus, Indianapolis, Detroit, something like that, something in that area. But Ron and I have definitely talked about coming to that area for sure. So please check it out when those ticket dates go up. Those that talk about having sex are usually not having sex. Sean Cometz, yes, Graham, toxic men drag a lot of men down and it's upsetting. Yeah, I get so mad at toxic men because they make us all of us regular guys get drunk, fucking thrown into that. All men are awful. All men are toxic and abusive. I'm so sick of these shitheads making me get thrown into that group. I'm so sick of that crap. Never forced myself on anybody. Never done anything like that. Okay. Make sure I didn't miss anybody. Look up the death of Michael Franke. We have 11 prisons in my area, and the prison guard union with our mega church disappear people all the time in Oregon. Oh, God, that's creepy. We will come back to Florida. Right on. Just want to make sure I didn't miss anybody. 711 people watching, 439 likes. Right on. David Neubauer. Thank you, David. Thank you for supporting the show. Shave your knuckles for justice. BDS didn't pass is because it was rigged. It was only for a one-state solution. This would mean Jewish population is again the minority in the area, and we mean inevitably just be absorbed by Muslims. Okay. Again, David, thank you for bringing that up. As I said, because I've been doing so much work on the Epstein thing, I haven't had the time to go into this BDS thing and why Tulsi didn't vote for it. So I appreciate that information, and I'll try to get to it this week. I say this all the time, but I'm not making excuses. It's just me, and there's only so many hours in the day, and I do 12 videos a week and this live chat and everything. So it's a question of just time. Because it takes a lot of time just to do one 10, 15 minute video, but I appreciate that. Thank you. Dr. Mengele did nothing wrong. Shave the knuckles for justice. Graham, you need to talk to Ryan Dawson's vids on Epstein. Get him on your show, please. He has the documents. Okay. Yeah, I'll check that. One of the things I'm going to do, I put the link to it in my video yesterday. There's a site that posted you can download all of the sealed documents that became unsealed on Friday, August 9th. I want to go through them. It's 2,000 pages of documents, so it's going to take me some time, but I want to go through all that. But I'll do that. I'll get Ryan Dawson. I'll try to have Ryan Dawson. One of the things I always say that helps, because I get a lot of, Graham, interview this person, which I want to do as many as I can. Interviews are great. It also helps if you email them and say you should reach out to Graham. That helps too. Telling me is good, but reaching out to them helps as well. Thank you. Annabelle Corley, what's up, Annabelle? We'll see you down under in November. Bernie on Rogan was so great. A 70-year-old man is so on point. It's also the lack of orange paint face. Bell's Beach is waiting for you, Grip. Oh, I can't wait to surf Bell's Beach. That's gonna be so fun. But yeah. I've seen clips of Bernie on Rogan. I haven't watched the whole thing yet. But, what he said about Maduro was a little disappointing. Well, more than a little. But there was a lot of great stuff that Bernie did say. So there's a lot, obviously. And, right on for Joe Rogan for having him on. I mean, Joe Rogan has great guests on. And it's not just, when he started, it was just like comics talking about UFC or whatever. And now it's just amazing. He's had Tulsi on. He's had Bernie, he's had Neil deGrasse Tyson. I like really fantastic guests. He gets really great guests. So fan of fanfics. Shaving Knuckles for Justice. Graham got a ticket for Minneapolis. See you there. Right on, folks. 713 people watching. Please go. I'm going to put the link right here. GrahamElwood.com. You can see Ron Placone and I live. Yeah, don't forget about Prince Andrew. Yeah, that's such a great thing. That's the thing about this. This Epstein thing. It keeps getting every time you unpack it, it's worse and worse and worse. It's really crazy, man. Because it's we just keep seeing more and more and stuff. It's really, it's and Prince Andrew, yeah, absolutely. He's been doing this in the royal family. I don't trust the Rothschilds at all, man. I really don't. I really don't trust them at all. And it's it's If they're involved in this, then there's something gnarly going down. It's that simple. There's something gnarly going down. You know, it really is. It's really scary. It really is. So, okay. There's a bunch of super chats I missed. Let me make sure I get to all these. Yeah, Eric Jones. Nobody saw the Epstein suicide coming. What a shocker! It's just like I did a video. It's going to happen. Balthazar 228. I was also disappointed in her felony disenfranchisement stance and her catering to right-wing people on The View. If Megan McCrapp approves, you're effed up. Yeah, it's a good point about Tulsi, man. Look, Balthazar, like I said, dude, I get it. If there's some stuff that's are deal breakers for you, the thing I say, and I know you're not doing this, like one candidate says one thing and people just flip out on the progressives, just, oh, they've sold us out. Like, don't do that. I know you're not doing that. I'm just saying that in general, but I'm glad you're bringing that up. James W., new viewer, subscriber here. Thank you. There's so many new subscribers, man. Thank you for showing up. Annie Rossi. Annie, thank you for supporting the show. Shave your knuckles for justice. Thoughts on Alex Morse and Just Dems compromise? Again, like I just said, I want to just, they're selling us all out. I don't know. It's hard for me to say. Like, certain things I'm not willing to compromise on. A Green New Deal, getting out of these wars, Medicare for all, you know, student debt forgiveness, $15 an hour minimum rate. I'm not willing to compromise on those things because I know they're doable and payable. Like, there's a news clip that I just retweeted that I'm going to do a video on, because what it says is, if we got rid of 10% of the oil subsidies, could pay for like all this Green New Deal stuff. So I know it's doable. So I don't know, you know, I've had some issues with the Justice Democrats in terms of, you know, 2 years ago or a year ago when they became the sex police. That was a little like, you know, it's the kind of thing you just got to analyze it and make your own decision. I don't know. I'm still on the fence about it. I wish I could give you a more distinct, like, yes or no answer to that. I'm not trying to be evasive. I just don't know. Some compromises need to be made, but then I don't want to start acquiescing to centrist bullshit. I don't know, man. Ricky Williams, shave the knuckles for justice. Everyone knew Epstein death was going to happen. DOJ is the cliche horror movie character where the audience knows what is going to happen, but the character in the scene opens the door anyway. Yeah. Don't go in there. Don't go in there. Yeah. Jason Lake, shave the knuckles for justice. Yeah, I do need a super chat sound effect, like a morning radio show or something. All right. Balthazar 228, shave the knuckles. Now I just have a mental image of Hillary Rodham Clinton personally killing Epstein while Ivanka watched. Hashtag it's a big club. Oh. Well, you know, there was a bunch of celebrating when he died. Unless this is some long game by somebody within that really wants to reveal the evil, and they're like, if Epstein's dead, then he can't contest it, so we're going to get the documents out there. But the minute he died, then I think it's like the getting of the documents is the priority. So if they don't already have those seized or hidden or whatever, sanctioned or whatever they're going to do, some injunction, they're national, like, just wait. Oh, they're national security threats. There's national security stuff in there, so they can't go public. Just wait for that. They'll play that card. I really want this evidence to come out. I was hoping Epstein would testify and name people to cover his own filthy ass, but I didn't want him to die. I'm not sad that a pedophile, sex trafficker, billionaire, or whatever is dead, but I wanted him alive. I want to see this trial through. So I don't know how this is going to shake out. But they're going to try to, they got the guy that can name people. He's dead. Now they just need the physical evidence. So they're going to try to get that out of the equation some way or another. That's what's next. If it hasn't already happened, we're going to hear some bullshit. Something's going to happen. Sam Dean, shave your knuckles for justice. People said I'd never be able to do poetry because I'm dyslexic, but so far I've made 2 jugs and a vase, and I think I'm pretty damn good, actually. Well, good for you, Sam. Good for you. I'm glad you're making artwork. K-Line Report, thank you for supporting the show. Hey, Graham, have you seen the Richard Ojeda video of him pleading for gun reform as a two-way supporter? No, I haven't. And I got to be honest with you, when those shootings happened in Dayton and El Paso, my first reaction was, right, more shooting, we'll hear some thoughts and prayers bullshit. But I'm actually surprised that Trump and Mitch McConnell and people in the because the Democrats are owned by AIPAC and the Republicans are owned by the NRA, right? So that there's actually talk of gun reform and background checks actually having Trump saying we need background checks so crazy people don't get guns is a little like, wow, maybe some real change can happen. And when Ojeda's saying that, I think enough, like, how many mass shootings do we need? And this, like, it happened in a Walmart. So if everyone in the Walmart had a gun, that wouldn't do anything. There's this great photo. Do I have it here? I want to show it to you guys that I got off the internet. Here we go. I'm going to show to you guys here in a sec. Go on. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Look! What did I do wrong? Oh, there it is. So this is going against, I think people are waking up to this because you know, they always say with the schools, they're like, if everyone had a gun, we'd be able to stop them. Ron Reagan was shot, right, by John Hinckley Jr. This is right before he got shot. Gun, had a 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 gun, surrounded by Secret Service people. Brady, forget this guy's name, all shot, which debunked the whole, if teachers have guns, their kids would be safe. This is the president of the United, I forgot about this shooting. This was when I was a kid. The president of the United States was shot because this is going to sound crazy. A man with a history of mental illness had easy access to guns and just walked up to the president and unloaded guns on him. I'm going to leave that up. Jason Link, thank you so much, Jason. My 3rd super chat tonight. Keep being progressive, reporting on real stuff, and remember, don't freak out. Don't freak out on a yellow vest, please. I got a yellow vest over there. I won't. I've worked really hard. Just from, if you watch my Me Too video, 647 watching, 518 likes. Hit the like button, please. Of I've gone through some tough stuff personally, and then also doing this show, I cover a lot of heavy topics, not just Epstein, but I do a good, I've learned how to balance and do self-care, and you got to relax and you got to have fun. This is for all of us, progressives, activists. You get in there and want to fight the good fight, and it can be depressing. So you got to take fun. You got to take time out for yourself. You got to relax. That's why I do yoga. That's why I go to the beach. You got to eat healthy. I do all these things so that I can deal with this stuff and not freak out, as you just said. But thanks, Jason. Donald Cunningham, shave your knuckles for justice. Yes, did I see Bernie on Joe Rogan? Like I said, I've seen clips that I haven't watched the whole interview yet, but I will, and I'm glad he had him on there. Epstein will do that. Jeffrey Lorraine, talk to Kim Iverson about Tulsi BDS. Oh, that's great. Maybe I'll have Kim back on the show. I love Kim. And I think might be in Idaho or whatever, but I'll talk to Kim and maybe have her back on the show because I know she's done a lot of heavy research on that. She's had Tulsi on her show. It's a great suggestion. Thanks, Jeffrey. See you in Minneapolis, Fan of Frantics. Chuck Zlatkin, shave your knuckles for justice, Chuck. Bernie is great on domestic issues, but is more than a disappointment on foreign policy and the military. Remember, he called Hugo Chavez a communist and a dictator, wrong on both counts. Yeah, it's a good point. His foreign policy could use a little work, for sure. I'm happy. I'm going to go issue by issue here. I'm happy that he's very openly against any sort of military action with Iran. I'm very happy about that. I wish he would take that stance with Venezuela, but you're right. Yeah. I mean, he talks about the oligarchs and the billionaires. I don't know how he can sit there and not bring into account that Venezuela has the #1 oil reserves in the world. And that's the main reason we're sanctioning them, which creates an unstable government, which then gives us the excuse to go help. You destabilize any government, any leader is going to become not that great. Not that Maduro's some hero, but why do we have to interfere with anybody's government? Boy, there's this government I know that bombs other countries and cheats in its own elections and sends its police against people and tear gases people that want drinkable water, and its children aren't safe from shootings at schools. We need to invade that country. Oh, wait, that's us. That happens. Eric RPG, shave your knuckles for justice. Sometimes Rogan has establishment shows on and embarrasses them with logic. That's why Kamala won't go. She'll have to answer actual questions. Yeah, I know. That's the thing. It was great. I mean, that video that Jimmy did got dropped, I think, in December or January, where we showed that clip of Rogan destroying Barry Weiss. And he didn't yell and scream. All he did was ask questions. So Barry Weiss says, oh, Tulsi's a toady. And he's like, what does that mean, though? So he's like, she didn't even know what toady was. Look, you saw Jimmy did that video. I was on the show that we did at Flappers, and I'm pretty sure he's already released this clip of Kamala after the debates with, I believe, Anderson Cooper, watching Tulsi take her apart. And she was just so like, I'm not supposed to get asked these type of questions. I'm the anointed one. And she knows because she's safe there. All they did was show her Tulsi taking her apart, and then they give Kamala time to call Tulsi a Russian, Assad apologist and a Russian asset and all this other crazy crap. And of course, Anderson Cooper, who's at Vanderbilt, doesn't go, yeah, but what about your arrest record, Kamala? 120,000 people of color went to jail when you were Attorney General in California. Like, the state of California just scrubbed her arrest records. I just did a video on that. Please watch it if you haven't. She knows she won't get asked those questions on the mainstream media, and she knows Rogan will ask those questions. She knows Jimmy would take her apart. I would take anyone, Kim, anybody. Abby Martin, we would all ask her these direct questions, and then we wouldn't let her shift and slide and, play her identity politics games. Hey, Mayors. Sorry, just woke up. He's not dead. See you in Iowa. Shave your knuckles for justice, Mayors. Iowa City. Join us in Iowa City. Go to grahamawa.com for the tour dates. We're going to Omaha, Sioux Falls, Madison, Minneapolis, and Iowa City, September 4th through the 8th. Get your tickets at grahamawa.com. James W. Boom, shave your knuckles for justice. I agree with all the Tulsi and Bernie criticism, but let's be real. They are the best of the viable options right now. Yeah, that's a great point, James. And again, that's why I understand if some people are just like, I'm done with them. I am not. Because I still think if Bernie is president and Tulsi is the VP or Secretary of State, real shit can happen. I don't see Tulsi getting the nomination because she's just too low in the polls right now. Who knows? She might start winning at the beginning of the year. The Iowa caucuses haven't even started yet. We're 6 months out from the first primary, so anything can happen. But I do agree with you. That's why I'm not going to just give up the ship on Bernie, because I think if he got in there, as we've said before in the show, it bears repeating. Imagine if he became president, when people say, yeah, but how would he get anything changed? Well, look what his cabinet would be. Tulsi would either be his VP or his Secretary of State. Nina Turner would be in there somewhere. Stephanie Kelton would be his Secretary of Treasury. So we would have MMT, which if you watch my video on MMT, I have a whole MMT playlist for the new viewers. One of the interviews in there is with Fidel Kaboub, an MMT economist, that points out how MMT can fund the Green New Deal. So I think we would have this amazing cabinet of real progressives, and then real progressives would get elected in the Senate and Congress to fulfill Bernie's mission, and it would seem possible. So I agree with you, but we still need to be critical along the way. It's like you said, we need to bring up the criticism. We can't just blind, no, they're the best. Look, when they get smeared by the corporate media, we call out the corporate media for their bullshit. And when they say things that we don't agree with as progressives, we got to bring it up too. Good point, James. Balthazar228, Shave Your Knuckles for Justice. You can find all the super chats you might have missed on youtube.com/super chat and clicking the super chats icon, row 2, column 3. Thank you, Balthazar. I found them. Thank you. You're my online tech support. Sorry, I've been talking a lot. This is the water Gotham needs. Cureforcancer.co. Thank you, Cure for Cancer. Overturning judicial immunity in cases like Bradley v. Fisher, 1871, that explicitly says judges are allowed to be corrupt and malicious, and any and all decisions would do more than any election to defeat this evil system. Wow. Great point. Was not aware of cases like Bradley v. Fisher. Wow. Good point. Thank you, Cure for Cancer. Jeffrey Epstein's lawyer. Shave Your Knuckles for Justice. Great screen name. Why bore yourself with the details of my dead client's global elite pedo network? You should watch Netflix and CNN, consume next product, eat McDonald's. It's good to see Jeffrey Epstein's legal team is spending money on this super chat. That's a funny joke, and I know you're doing that to be funny, but you also bring up a good point, which I'm assuming you're trying to do as well. Just see how they're going to try to, like I said, but they might use this tactic too. They're going to try to either lone wolf it. Jeffrey Epstein's deranged lunatic. He was the ringleader. He's dead. Pedophile ring's gone. Yay, victory. They're going to play that card maybe. Or they're going to hang his death on a lone wolf, type, Jack Ruby type. I would say they're going to find a Jack Ruby. Or this tactic. Just they'll try to distract us. There's going to be some celebrities going to date this. There's going to be some other distraction. There might be a false flag. Like maybe we're due for another Strait of Hormuz, false flag highway. Maybe there's another false flag highway coming down the Strait of Hormuz there to get us all distracted. Maybe there's going to be a terrorist attack on American soil. Or better yet, an American warship gets attacked, gets Gulf of Tonkin in the Strait of Hormuz. And then, now America has to go. Now we're talking about war. Or Epstein, I don't know. They just released some documents. We're not talking about that now. Something. Annabelle Corley. Annabelle. We'll see you at Bell's Beach, Annabelle. Shave Your Knuckles for Justice. I know talking about Epstein is really difficult for you, but it speaks to everything you are fighting for. We are with you. Much love and strength. Thank you so much. Yeah, the support I've gotten through doing these Epstein videos is amazing, and it really, this isn't just some sensationalized thing. Oh, I'm getting a lot of views, so I'm going to talk about this sensational thing, because I think you're right. One of the reasons I'm going after it so much is it does speak to everything that I'm doing on this show is about the truth. And this is the ruling class. They are evil, sadistic pedophiles. They will kill people. They have no problem trafficking children around the globe on their private jets. And who's been involved? I mean, it's Bill Clinton. Look, Virginia Roberts, Gilfine, or what, I can't pronounce her third name, but I call her Virginia Roberts. Said she never met Trump, and Trump never, or he met him and never flirted with him. So right now, I haven't gone through these documents. There's no direct implication to Trump, but there was people that were, at the very least, Trump knew what was going on. If he wasn't having sex with children, he knew it was happening, and that's why he thought Jeffrey Epstein was a terrific guy. That's the other thing I want to get at. First, the people that were raping these children, then the people that were that were making money from it, and then all the people that knew about it and did nothing. Like when the Harvey Weinstein thing happened, I was like, you really trying to tell me Tom Hanks and all those big name actors, Meryl Streep, they didn't know? Meryl Streep had a good idea. She's got a mantle full of gold trophies that Weinstein helped her get, so she's going to pretend she didn't know. So I want to know all of it. But I appreciate that, because it is difficult to talk about, but it talks to the power, and it's going to when this Asia Argento thing happened last year in Hollywood, and I said on Comedy Film Nerds, my movie podcast, I said, there's going to be an uncovered, like, awful sex ring thing happening. And now we're seeing it's all getting tied together with Epstein, these global elites, which include Hollywood. So yeah, I appreciate the love and support, because I do need it talking about this specific subject, because it is obviously, if you watch my Me Too video, I was abused as a kid. And it's really been challenging for me. I can't imagine someone that was like trafficked and had to do that for years. I can't imagine. So it brings up so much anger in me that when I found out he died, I was like furious, because I'm like, they killed him. So I'm going to keep doing this, and I appreciate the love and support. Jason Link, shave your own damn knuckles. Love you, brother. Shave your knuckles for justice. 684 people watching, 563 likes. Please hit the like button. Yeah. Clinton Foundation keeps trafficking people all over the world. Yeah. Troll alert. Oh, we got a crazy troll in here. Who's being trolly? Sorry, I've been just looking at the super chats. I didn't realize there was a... Oh, okay. Let me find this guy. Yeah, you're right, Amir. Something will happen to try to bury this story. Oh, this is like a threat. Oh. So that's getting a report. Yeah. That's a report, friend, on that. Yeah, Pizzagate's back on the table. Yeah, Trish Mack brings up it's the sense of betrayal. Yeah, I feel that too. Yeah. Oh. You know, some of you are asking to be a moderator, and I haven't needed one, but this is a good thing to have because the show's growing. Like 687, 590 likes. We had over 700 viewers just a little while ago. Hit the like button. So we're breaking records. We're getting more viewers, which is fantastic for the channel. It's growing, but it might mean, it might mean we need a moderator because it's the troller sins are just all over the place. Troller sins. All right, we'll consider that down the road. Donald Cunningham, shave your knuckles for justice, Donald. Love the shirt. Keep up the great work, Bernie 2020. Yeah, right on. Sweep the leg. Jason Link. Thank you, Jason. Appreciate the support that we interfered in 1953 in Iran. Now, what's up? Truth. Yeah, I bring up that. That's such a great point, Jason, and it just shows our lineage. I mean, you look at how we interfered in Iran in 1953. We put the Shah in there, which set a whole chain reaction of awful things because he was such a brutal dictator to his own people. It helped give the rise to fundamental Islam. Look what we've done in Central and South America. I mean, you read Smedley Butler's book. He was talking about it in 1933 of how, I helped the banana boys down in Ecuador, whatever. Like he so it's a good point, man. Brian McManus, thank you, Brian, for supporting the show. Beware of gun nuts. If when Law and Order break down, they'll try to fill power vacuums, subjugating the unarmed. Look for Molnar Labe, Roman numeral 3 inside, 13 stars bumper stickers as calling cards. Ooh. God, that's scary shit. Thanks, Brian. Samuel GWR. Shave your knuckles for justice. Would you allow Ryan Dawson on your show? Yeah, I don't know much about them. I think you're the second person to bring him up today, but apparently he's done a lot of work on the Jeffrey Epstein thing. So I will look into try having him on the show. I want to talk to more people who've done even more investigating about this than I have and get their thoughts on it. I will. Balthazar 228, shave your knuckles for justice. Could Epstein's death have been coerced by the Kremlin? Join me with political super analyst Nate's Liver at Sear Rabbit, who says it's statistically super certain at 9 p.m. Eastern, Russia mad out. Of course. Yeah, they're going to try to blame this on Russia. Okay. Girly Gamer 86. Hey, Girly Gamer. Good to see you back here. Do you need mods? I'll volunteer. Hot. Thank you. Jason Link. Thank you for supporting the show. Jimmy Dore says MSNBC blames Russia for Epstein's death. Of course they do. Of course they somehow wove Russia into this. The flooding in the Midwest? Maybe that was Russia. California wildfires? Russia. I don't know. I'm pretty sure, wait a minute. Russia didn't steal my house. American banks did. And the politicians they owned let them do it. Yeah. As I said on the Jimmy Dore show, Putin didn't steal my house. Maduro didn't steal my house. Saddam Hussein didn't steal my house. The Taliban didn't steal my house. Maduro didn't steal my house. China didn't steal my house. North Korea didn't steal my house. Iran didn't steal my house. Ruth Benedict, shave the knuckles for justice. Graham, lighten the mood a bit and talk about funny stories from the road you must have that you can share. Yes. I'll tell you what. So, God, I can tell you, there's so many. Oh man. Some of them were kind of gnarly. They were back when I were drinking, but years ago. But when Ron and I did the Progressive Comedy Tour a year ago, we went to Nashville. There's this karaoke place in Nashville that's this like old bar that has Christmas lights on it. People can smoke and you're singing. They sell like canned beer, like it's real like old school like that. And we sang karaoke, and I sang "Wanted Dead or Alive," one of my favorite songs. And then this singer, I forget his name, came in and like sang one of his own songs. It was hilarious, and we just laughed. I don't know. We just laugh. The road is just laughing. That's what it is. Just laughing. It's just laughing. Ron and I just laugh, and then we talk politics and we talk like sports a little bit. He likes hockey, so we'll talk hockey. We both like soccer a little bit. I'll bore him with baseball talk. He'll bore me with independent music talk. You know, stuff like that. That's what the road is. Thanks, Ruth. Brian McManus, I'd also volunteer to moderate. Thank you, Brian. Cureforcancer.co. Really appreciate the support. If you have time, please do a video review of the Red Pill movie. It deals with sexual abuse and how we treat men and women differently. Okay, I'll do that. Yeah, I can personally attest to how it's treated differently. Thank you. Act Fifth, shave them. Has anyone been banned from the Jimmy Dore show for some reason? I'm still being charged monthly, but cannot sign in. What the hell? Sorry for going off topic, but my heart is broken. Boy, I don't know. I have no idea. I have nothing to do with that. They just have me on as a guest, so I don't know. I don't know what that you'd have to take it up with them. Jason Link, shave your knuckles for justice. I need a band hammer, Graham. LOL. Sam Dean, shave your knuckles for justice. Marlon Shatner, don't forget my number. Is that My Sharona to the tune of Marlon Shatner? I know you think My Shatner is pure Shatner. It doesn't. There's a little Marlon Brando in it. I think there should be a little Marlon Brando from On the Waterfront in all of us. I could have been a contender, John. I could have been somebody. Right? Am I right? $626 likes, new record. All right. Nationalists. Yeah, it's the thing about right-wing or Trump supporters or Republicans. They think there's only pedophiles in the Democratic Party, and it's just wrong. What's up, Moose Gal? Cureforcancer.co, shave your knuckles for justice. Christianity says if you don't obey the oligarch-controlled government, their loving God will burn you alive for all eternity. Yeah, it's pretty gnarly. It's pretty gnarly. It's insane. So I got tickets to go see the LAFC. Going to go see some soccer. Okay, see, Scott, you keep saying insults, so that's why you're going to get blocked. So if you can just come in and say people are idiots, and then you get blocked. So you can't conduct yourself like a decent. You can disagree, but you're going to be calling idiots and saying crazy shit. Then I got to block you. It's not hard to be reasonable. You have to argue. You don't have to get personal. It's not hard. Sam D, no dude, Milli Vanilli, sheesh. Ha! Milli Vanilli, right on. See, we're having fun. Yeah, just don't be an asshole. Andrew Sweet just said it. It's not hard. Just don't be an asshole. Jason Link, shave your knuckles for justice. I have a Chihuahua Dachshund Mist named Brownie. Love Jimmy Dore, but let us help your show. I have Mad mid-90s internet editing schools. Hit me up, Graham. Okay, thanks, Jason. I appreciate that. I'm glad you got a dog named Brownie. Right on. Yeah, Schultze 100. Cobra Kai was surfing earlier today with Putin. So I will be in Russia the end of September. I'm going to bring my camera. I'm going to interview people. And they've just had anti-government protests in Moscow. If there's anything like that happening, I'll cover it, man. And as I said, Sam Dean, hey, Marlon Jarrett, what in the butt? Now you're just doing 90s, crazy 90s songs. Don't forget, I will be in Australia. Ron Placone and I doing Progressive Comedy Tour Down Under, November 14th, Melbourne, November 15th, Adelaide, November 17th, Sydney, November 22nd, Perth. Go to grahamelwood.com for tickets. Excuse me. Fan of fanfics. Thank you, fan of fanfics. Ring of Fire put a video out that said Epstein only one withstanding to have bulk of evidence thrown out. So without him, it should be fair game. Yeah, I saw that too. And I think that's, look, I see that. I read that. I know that's the law. And I hope that means all the evidence comes out. But you and I all know, we all know this is the ruling class. The rule of law, the way it applies to you and I doesn't apply to these people. So I hope that's the law. So I hope but they're doing everything. You believe me, when that shit came out on Friday, they've been trying to get this evidence since it got seized by the government. They got people in there. They're buying people off there, doing everything they can to get at that evidence. Trust me. I hope, I agree with you, and a Ring of Fire, I hope it all comes out. But just watch. They're going to try to cover this shit up. They killed him in prison. It's like what they did to Gary Webb. He uncovered all that evidence. They smeared him. And then Gary Webb, the official police report, he killed himself. Suicide by two self-inflicted gunshot wounds. He shot himself in the head twice. That was the official police report. That was the CIA going, shut up. Anyone who wants to be a whistleblower, you're going to get two to the head. That's what this is all about. That's what putting Chelsea Manning behind bars and Julian Assange is. Anybody else out there has got any bright ideas of speaking up, you're going down. Jeffrey Epstein, anybody connected to him thinks they want to come forward, we're going to kill you in prison. That's what this is all about. I hope it comes out, but I'm not like arguing with you. I hope it comes out. Believe me, I want it all to come out. I want everyone involved to go down, but they're going to try to cover this shit up, and they'll use any means necessary. Any means necessary. Look what they've done. Look what they're capable of. They're flying children around to rape them. You think they have an ounce of moral? You think they're going to like, oh, we're going to just have to get a good lawyer. They're going to, people are going to die. People are going to, someone else is going to commit suicide. One of the guards is going to have a weird heart attack. And just watch, man. Just watch. Kill Kenny B. Shave your knuckles for justice. Fan of fanfics, but judge in the case might be in the black book. See, that's the point. Yeah, that's my point. There's all this evidence. The law states it has to come to light. The judge is in the black book, the DA, the mayor, whoever had somebody who has jurisdiction, the head of the FBI or the DOJ or somebody like that is in the black book. Watch how this thing gets shuffled away, because they are. Presidents are in the black book. CEOs are in the black book, which means intelligence officers are in the black book. I mean, that's my fear. Gary Webb is a hero. Kill Kenny B. Shave your knuckles for justice. Ha Goodman's new AR-15. Shave your knuckles for justice. Shave your justice for Ugandan Knuckles and Ryan Dawson. You got it. Jason Link, I wasn't playing Get At Me. Love what you're doing. You got it, man. Sam Dean, Marlon Shatner can be my private dancer any day. Jedi Mullet 77. Good to see you on the show, Jedi. Epstein was ran over by an F-150 driven by Brian Williams. I know the elite will get away with it. Yeah, that's crazy. All right, we're going to sing a song here, Sam. I got to get going. We've been doing an hour, 25 minutes. So which one are we doing, my friend? Which song are we doing, Sam? Are we going to do My Sharona? For those of you new, Sam Dean, our friend from Down Under, started this thing where at the end of the show, I sing a karaoke song, usually as William Shatner. He calls him Marlin. So I do like a William Shatner impression, not a great one. It's a way to lighten up the show because we talk about really heavy stuff. It's just a fun thing to do at the end of the live stream. Do not do My Sharona. Okay. What am I doing then? Rocket in the Free World? What does shaving your knuckles for justice mean? I get to ask this every week. There's a lot of new viewers, and I appreciate it. It's just a joke I did so people would do the super chat, and I go like this, right? I go, boom, right to the camera. And one time I did it, and I looked, and I was like, wow, my knuckles are hairy. I should shave them. And I just went, shave your knuckles for justice. That's all it means. There's no other deep hidden historical meaning. It's just me being a jackass. That's all it is. So it's just a funny, silly thing. It's like, I love Batman, so I say make Gotham great again. All of you are political vigilantes because you're helping what I'm doing. We're all political vigilantes. We're all going to make Gotham great again and shave our knuckles for justice. Cobra Kai. Please sing You Make Me So Very Happy by Blood, Sweat, and Tears. I don't know if I know that song. Shatner does Kiss by Prince. Oh, God. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. Jana Kelton, that's adorable. What was Gary Webb about? Gary Webb, just look up Gary Webb. There's a movie that was done about him. Cureforcancer.co. If you have time, please do a video review of the Red Pill movie. It deals with sexual abuse and how we treat men and women differently. I will, Cure for Cancer. I will. Mama, we're all crazy? What are you guys talking about? I woke up the puppy? Cat, I'm sorry. All right. Mama, we're all crazy. How about Never Gonna Give You Up? Yeah, come to the Melbourne show, guys. I always say this, when you come to the live progressive comedy tour shows, you're going to come to a show. You might show up alone, but there's other progressives in your community. Meet them. So go to grahamelwood.com for all the tour dates, like Sioux Falls, South Dakota, Omaha, Iowa City. These are not like progressive hotbeds, so to speak, but get people out. Bring friends of yours who are on the fence, who need to wake up. I've seen so many progressives bring like a friend that maybe is a little neoliberal, and the friend kind of wakes up after the show. I've seen so many people do that. Haha, don't get fooled again by the Who. That's it. That's what we're going to do. In honor of the Jeffrey Epstein prediction. You probably won't be able to hear the music, but can you guys hear the music? Probably not, right? Doesn't matter. I'm doing it as Shatner. This is an 8-minute song. We're fighting in the streets, children at our feet, and the morals that they worship will be gone. And the man that spurred us on, sit in judgment of all wrong, decide, and the shotgun sings the song. I tip my hat to the new Constitution. I take a bow for the new revolution and grin at the change all around me. I pick up my guitar and play just like yesterday. Then I'll get on my knees and pray. Don't get fooled again. And it had to come. We knew it all along. Berated from the fold, that's all. The world looks just the same. History ain't changed. The banners, they are flown in the next war. Tip my hat to the new Constitution. Take a bow. New revolution. Smile and grin at the change all around me. I pick up my guitar and play. Just like yesterday. Then I get on my knees and pray. We don't get fooled again. This is a long song. I don't know if I'm going to do all of it. Myself and my family aside, if we happen to be left half alive, mum the papers and smile at the sky. The hypnotized and they lie. To the new people, we do this every week. Don't worry. It's just fun. You don't have to get all judgy about it. It's a lot of fun. Whoever's booing it, you don't understand fun. I'm sorry you don't understand fun. But you can't hear the music. I haven't figured that out yet. There's nothing in the streets. The streets look any different to me. And the slogans are replaced by the by. And the parting on the left is now parting on the right. And the beards have all grown longer overnight. I tip my hat to the new Constitution. I take a bow to the new revolution. I lean at the change all around me, my guitar and play. Just like yesterday, I get on my knees and pray. Don't get fooled again. No, no. No, no. Okay, I can't do it anymore. I'm so much. That was it. I'm losing my voice. That was like 5 minutes. You all are fantastic. Oh, I'm so glad you guys have fun. Those who didn't get it, I'm sorry you didn't get it. Yeah, I gotta fix the mixer thing. I don't know what happened. Thank you so much. No, I'm not high. I'm completely sober. Those of you who come every week and love this, I'm not high. I'm completely sober. I know it seems hard to believe, but I know some of you are on the fence about whether to play the music. 672 likes. We broke a record of over 700 viewers, which is fantastic. I want to thank this part. I might have started trimming this down at the end because it's a lot. It's an extra like 5-10 minutes, but we'll still do it for right now. I want to thank all of the people who did the super chat. Retro True Sinker, Retro Pirate True Seeker, jeez, cureforcancer.co, Emberg33, Larry the Truth, Justin D, Sarah Block-Hansen, cureforcancer.co, Sam Dean, cureforcancer.co again, Balthazar228, Jeffrey Loran, Eric Jones, Balthazar228, James W, Annie Rossi, Balthazar228, cureforcancer.co, Ricky Williams, Jason Link, Ruth Benedict, Ricky Williams, Cyberclue, Lainey Peterson, Swami Amala, Christian B, Jason Link, Balthazar228, Sam Dean, The K-Line Report, Jason Link, David Neubauer, Donald Cunningham, Dr. Mengele Did Nothing Wrong, Annabelle Corley, Jeffrey Lauren, Fan of Fanfics, Chuck Zlatkin, Eric RPG, A. Mayers, James W., Balthazar228, cureforcancer.co, Jeffrey Epstein's lawyer, Annabelle Corley, A. Mayers will see you in Iowa City. Annabelle will see you down under. Jason Link, Donald Cunningham, right on. Jason Link again. Brian McManus, Samuel Gewer, thank you. Balthazar228, Girly Gamer 86, Jason Link, Ruth Benedict, Brian McManus, cureforcancer.co, ActFit, Jason Link, Sam Dean, cureforcancer.co, Sam Dean again, Jason Link, Sam Dean, Fan of Fanfics, Hey Goodman's new AR-15, cureforcancer.co, Jason Link, Fan of Fanfics, again, Kilkenny B, thank you, Sam Dean, we'll see you down under, Jedi Mullet, right on, Sam Dean, Private Dancer is funny, Brian McManus, thank you, cureforcancer.co, Sam Dean again, OTR Truckers, Surfing USA, oh, we'll do that next time, that's a great song. No, I'm not high. What is this song tune contest about? It's not. It's just a fun thing we do at the end of the stream. We talk serious, heavy subjects. Today we talked about Epstein and all this other stuff. It started about 7-8 months ago, thanks to Sam Dean. He just wanted me to just sing karaoke. So now we end this live chat on karaoke. Most of them, I don't do it every time, but just about I do it every time. It's just a fun way to end the chat. You know, we got to have some fun in this crazy times with a lot of evil crap going on. We got to have fun. That's what it's all about. So, and I just like doing Shatner impressions. So, enjoy the rest of your weekends, everybody. Weekends, like there's more than one. We gotta have fun. I'm gonna cover serious stuff. I'm still a comedian. That's what I do. Come check me out on the road. Go to grahamelwood.com. September. Ron Placone and I are going to Omaha, Sioux Falls, Madison, Minneapolis, and Iowa City. And November, we will be down under Melbourne, Adelaide, Sydney, and Perth. Go to grahamelwood.com. Thank you all so much for supporting what we're doing. The channel keeps growing. Thank you. Like, subscribe, share this. Great ways to support the show. Go to grahamelwood.com for all things Graham Elwood. I have a P.O. box you can support the show. I got a Bitcoin wallet, Rockfin, Patreon. Thank you all. Boom.